Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona channel in English. Well, finally, today was Xavi's first day as the coach of the club, and well, we will talk about that position better during the video. And we have to talk about how the plantel has received Xavi. So, without more delay, let's start talking about the first day of Xavi Hernandez as a coach. Well, Xavi wants to, as far as I read, maybe it was just the first day, but he wants to recover an old tradition that Guardiola established in the club, and later, with the pass of the time, that disappeared. And is that the players have to come to the training session before time, as soon as possible. Xavi Hernandez arrived at 8:30 to the San Joan d'Espí. It's the place where they train. Okay, it's the place where they do the training sessions. And he didn't go alone. He went with Joan Laporta and all his staff. You can see there Xavi doing his first talk with the players. And you cannot see the players, but as I tell you, there will be, at least in this moment, there are just nine players. These players are Inaki, Pena, Neto, Mingueza, Umtiti, Ricky Puig, Luke De Jong. Those are six. I don't know why before it was saying nine. And he has asked Comas, Mika Marmol, Álvaro Sanz, S. Abde, Jutgla, Aranda y Akhomak from Barca B to come to train to this first session too with the first team. So don't forget that within these players, within the club, we have 11 players injured. Actually, some of them has come. Players like Dembélé, I'm used to say Umtiti's injured. No, Dembélé, Sergi Roberto, and someone else I don't remember now. But there were many players there to talk with Xavi. No, But this is the first time Xavi is there talking with these players. Now, I think none of his friends is there because many of them are with the national teams. For example, Busquets. But Busquets and Nico Gonzalez. No. Nico. Maybe I think Nico was there too. Because the players who are injured because they have some muscle problems, they don't do the training sessions, the normal training sessions, but they may do something like where am I here? They may do something like they have the recovery, for being as well as they can. So as I'm saying, they came at 8:30. The training session was at 11, but Xavi requested everyone to be in the training session at 8:30. Not just for the training session, but also because he wants to know the players. Because imagine he's a coach that just came. He doesn't know many of them. He doesn't know Inaki Pena at all. Neto, I think he doesn't know because it was Thirsten. I don't remember the name of the goalkeeper who was as a second goal, or maybe it was Ter Stegen, I don't remember. Mingueza doesn't know him. Umtiti same. Ricky Puig, I'm not sure. They may be. Puig may know Ricky, but Puig knows Ricky for sure. Puig may know Xavi, but Xavi may not know Puig. And Luke De Jong, of course, he doesn't know him. So all of these has established, and he has started talking about the rules and what he expects from the players, and his philosophy that is based on possession, on playing with the position, high pressure, and start playing from behind. So probably with Xavi, all these chances that we've seen that the ball flies away to looking for the forward to let's see if we get a counter attack, all these things may disappear again. because it's not our how we play. No, it's not our philosophy. It's not how the club. It's not the DNA of the club, and not how Xavi understands football. So that's what he was talking. Xavi, that one of the reasons Laporta didn't want him to come, and we read this few times, is because Xavi didn't want just to be the coach. He wanted to have to be the manager. And what's the difference between becoming a coach and becoming a manager? For example, Sergi Barjuan, the interim coach, he was a coach. He's a coach. Okay, he's not a manager, as far as I know. And why I say this? Because a coach can take decisions within the club, and the manager can take decisions within the club that affects his area, and the coach no. Okay, so Xavi is getting more work as a manager than a coach. And why? One of the decisions he took, for example, is to release, as I said in Twitter, to release the physiotherapist of the club, or at least the physiotherapist who works in the first team. No, because he considers that his work is not being properly done. That's the problem of having so many injuries. So he requested Laporta to bring another person that is in his staff, actually. So that's the work of the manager. The coach just works about the matches and about the football. But in this, the manager, as I'm saying, affects other areas of the team. And within this topic, he wants also Jordi Cruyff to become to take more decisions or more power within the organigram, technical organigram, whatever, okay, within the team. Okay, if you remember, until this moment, he was just a consultor. He was helping Mateo Alemany and Rafa Juste, because they were for example, Rafa Juste is the vice president, the sportive vice president of the club, and Mateo Alemany is the director of football. And then Jordi Cruyff is the consultor, the sportive consultor, and Ramon Planes is the technical secretary. So Xavi requested Laporta to give more power to Jordi Cruyff. Why? Because actually before, when Laporta and Victor Font were fighting for the presidents, they were not hitting each other, no, but they were fighting for the presidents before the elections. And Xavi already said that he wanted Jordi Cruyff in his team. So casually, Laporta won. He has a good relationship with Jordi Cruyff. Actually, Jordi Cruyff has a very good history on his back that explains this signing that he came. And now Xavi, as he came and he wanted Jordi Cruyff in his team, so now it's Xavi who wants to give more power to Jordi, and to have an important paper and important decision, take important decisions within the club, because he considered that he has capacity and also contacts for bringing new players around the world to the club. So we will see how this affects the team, but I think we are creating a very interesting team. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or bad, but at least interesting. Yesterday, also during the presentation, things that we forgot to say, for example, it was that he was asked to be the manager or the national coach of Brazil, and he explained that he was asked to be the T-Tech helper, but later, after the World Cup, to become the manager of the national team. But he said that his dream was to be the Barcelona's manager, and that's why he rejected. No, actually, we talked about this long time ago, Is it not just Brazil? There were other teams that asked him to be to train him, to train their teams, and he said no because he was waiting for Barcelona. Good things. Let me think. Okay, yeah, good things, but there is something I didn't like from yesterday, and it's something that some journalists have talked about, and is that we are 11 points behind Real Madrid. That supposedly, and as far as I know, and in this moment, because I didn't see the table of La Liga, it's the leader of La Liga, and we are ninth, 11 points far away from them. We are playing our pass to the next to the next stage of the Champions League in 3 weeks. We have a lot of players injured, and our possibilities of passing to the next stage on Champions League and getting a lot of money, because I think it's 12 million if I don't remember wrong, it's very difficult. We are really in a very difficult situation. And it's true that yesterday a lot of people went to the Camp Nou to receive Xavi, that it was very amazing. It was amazing, not very amazing. It was amazing to see Xavi coming back because he's a legend of the club. But it was incredible to see Laporta and Xavi singing. They were singing like we've won the Champions League or something. And we cannot forget that we are in one of the worst areas of our club. So it's not time for parties or for whatever. It's normal that we are euphoric or we are excited for his arrival because for who he is, who he has achieved with the Al Saad, and for the way he trains, because he remembers us, Cruyff's, Johan Cruyff's ideas and Guardiola's ideas. So we have good expectations. But don't forget that, for example, for the next matches, as I read today, Ansu Fati is not going to be able. Ansu Fati is the only player who is in his conditions, in his level, because anyone in the club is playing as it's expected. For example, Eric Garcia make many mistakes. Dembélé is injured. Coutinho, forget Coutinho at all already. Enrique Puig is worse this year than previous. Even Ter Stegen, that in some years he was like one of the best in the world, and this year it's a normal goalkeeper that can't decide matches. No, so, and I'm criticizing him, but it's not his fault. I'm meaning that. No, it's not his fault. It's the general situation of the club. So even though it's exciting to see him in the club, don't forget that we have a lot of work to do, and he has 3 weeks to prepare the next match and the match against Benfica, where probably Ansu Fati will not be in. And Ansu Fati was one of the most important players that we had playing against Dynamo Kiev. So, well. And talking about Coutinho, for example, Coutinho, I read today, and I'm going to finish because it's becoming too long. I read today that he's happy for Xavi's arrival, but some of his friends, some of his mates, has started being quite angry with Coutinho. If you remember the other day, and if you didn't see it, you can see it. I put a video of Coutinho wanted to go out in the like he didn't want to warm up, and that's why that's the reason he didn't play a minute the other day. And why? What happened? It's not that he just started walking and later just like jogging. It's that he said directly to the manager, to Jordi, Sergi Barjuan, it's going to be the half time already. We can't wait. So that's why Sergi Barjuan later decided not to put him, because his attitude was like, And even more, some of the players from the first team, some players, I don't know who, I guess Piqué, said to him that he cannot come with this attitude like, no, not now, later. Because remember what happened. We drew 3-3. And we're in a very bad situation. So we need the players to be with the team, not just thinking of themselves. No? One of the players in contrast that is indeed very happy of Xavi's arrival is Dembélé. Dembélé thinks the other day, he was in the presentation I read, if I'm not wrong, that he's very excited that Xavi is here, and he expects that Xavi will help him to recover his best level as teacher when they met in Borussia Dortmund. So let's see, but I think Xavi could help him a lot. Dembélé, if he gets focus, I think can be one of the best in his position. And as I told you before, so Ansu Fati has that problem, and let's see how this affects the club, because Ansu Fati is the only player in whole team that has performed as expected. The other players, Memphis sometimes scores, and many other players not in a good condition. And that's all for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd like to know your opinion about Xavi's arrival. So down there you have a box of comments. You can write there, and I will be glad to read you and probably to answer you too. So thank you for watching us, and see you in the next video. Have a nice day.